I didn't think anyone would understand when I left Rackspace. I didn't fit in any box. Like I quit my job. I still sent my daughter to school. I was launching my own company. I have overhead. So here are all these things I'm doing where people are like, wait, but you quit your job, but you aren't staying home full time with your daughter. It's like, no,
Mhm.
wait, you quit your job, but you want to launch a blog. No, I don't want to launch a blog. I don't want to launch a hobby. I'm trying to launch a company. Like I just,
Yeah.
no one could understand what I was trying to do. And it was so lonely. And so I think a community of women that are in some type of similar stage would just be like incredible because it's been almost a year now. And um, I still don't have that.
Mm.
And I don't know where to find it. And I've tried to find it on Twitter. I've tried to find it by joining Clubhouse and I got like invited to the private beta and I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah. And you know why I think that is? I think it's because it doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everything that you said just had such resonance with me, Sarah, because I remember when I left Dell and when I left Snow, people were like, oh, it's so wonderful that you get to be a full-time mom. And I'm like, well, I'm
That's not
not.
true.
I'm not a full-time mom. I mean, I am because every mom is essentially a full-time mom.
Right.
You never turn off that part of your brain. But yeah, it's a very different box and it's difficult for people to understand the life circumstances of walking this path.
Well, it's like there's only
And
two options according to society, whether a full-time stay-at-home mom or we're working full-time. But like the idea that we would be a mom, quit our job, try to start something that makes sense for us and our families. It's like, wow, you can do that. It's like, hell yeah, we can do that.
yeah, we can, but we can't do it without support and without compassion and understanding for ourselves and for those around us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that so powerfully. And I feel like that's such a big part of the work that I feel called to do right now, because with COVID, I mean, we have so many moms that have left corporate to watch their kids full time because right now they don't have a choice. But what happens when vaccines are out? Are those women really going back to corporate? You know, people are talking about this great female recession. And in my mind, this is like one of the greatest opportunities that women have ever had, because women have always lagged behind in the business space, the entrepreneurial space. And I think for the first time ever, like we have this cataclysmic shift that is forcing us to change the paradigm.
Right.
And so I really believe that the way that women are going to rise up is by starting businesses that solve problems on their own terms. And
Yeah.
I think that that in large part is how we change the world right now and how we change society. And that's the work that I feel called to do, is helping these people, these women, not all of them are women, but helping these people who feel this desire to both solve problems, help people, but do it without burning out and while still being the people they want to be in the other realms of their life. It's so important. And there's just not a lot of guidance out there. It's like you have to cobble together all these different solutions. And I'm hoping that I can be the person who, you know, has
Yeah.
that overarching view.
Right. There's not a lot out there. But like I remember too when I told people at Rackbase I was quitting, I was gonna launch a startup, but I was gonna take some time for myself. And they were just like so shocked that I was like literally walking away from a six-figure salary
Mhm.
to literally just breathe.
Yeah.
Like I would rather go work at a coffee shop at that point in my life than like do what I was doing. I was like, I cannot do this anymore. But you're right. It's like I knew it could exist. I didn't know what that would look like. I couldn't really find much information about it, but I just knew in my heart, I was like, there is something else I need to do. Like, this is not it. And so, yeah, I think that was the hardest part was like, I didn't fit into a box and I had a lot of just like weird judgment. I didn't have a lot of support because people just didn't understand. And yeah, that it was a weird season. I mean, it was a weird year.
Yeah. And I think, you know, what you said about feeling like you couldn't breathe, I honestly think that that's a challenge that most entrepreneurs run into as well, because they end
Yeah.
up building their businesses in a way and on a model that's just not sustainable for them long term. And it's why most people burn out, or they have to just hardcore hustle their way to success. And some people do it successfully, but most people don't. And so I feel like what's really missing right now is the knowledge around, well, how do you build a business with breathing room? How do you bake in that breathing room for yourself? Because it's the only way that you can end up surviving long term. It's like, that's what we need. We need businesses with breathing room.
Yeah, not break rooms, breathing rooms.
Yeah,